Hey everyone, it's Molly from the Feedfeed, and today we are going to make some mozzarella stuffed artichokes. So since we are stuffing these artichokes, we are actually going to prep them so that we take the choke all the way out. As you can see, I have quite a few tools here. So you need a good serrated knife, a chef's knife, a Y peeler is like sort of optional, we can talk about that in a minute, some really good kitchen shears, and just a sturdy teaspoon. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is these have kind of been sitting out exposed to air, so I'm just gonna trim off this little bit of brown bit with a serrated knife. And then we are going to get rid of this stem, but this is honestly my favorite part of the artichoke. So all you need to do to be able to eat this is just pick off any of the leaves, peel off this like thick fiber on the outside of the stem. And this is an extension of the heart. This is like the best part that usually people throw out. And I just peeled it all off, so we have this light green flesh. So I'm gonna toss this into some acidulated water, just water with lemon, some garlic. Peel off any sort of like loose leaves on the bottom. And I usually like to trim right along like the third leaf line. So you'll see I have 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna trim right here. So you just don't want any of those sort of sharp edges. So you're just gonna use your shears to trim the point of all of the leaves. The choke, which literally will make you choke if you eat it, is way down in here. So you kind of have to loosen it up with your hands. I like to take a spoon and sort of start prying this out. So see this purple part? That is the top of the choke. So we want to take all of that out. Artichokes are definitely a labor of love. Like, you have to really want it. So you see these like fuzzy fibers? Can you see these, Haley? You want all of that out of here. Digging around the center and loosening them up. So you'll see we get all of this furry choke material out of the center. This is looking pretty good. I'm definitely gonna wash it. I'm gonna rinse out any of those fibers that might be kind of hiding in there. Okay, so we have 1 artichoke down, 3 more to go, so I'm gonna prep the rest. They are sitting in some water with lemon, garlic, red pepper flake, and we are just going to bring this up to a boil. We are going to make our breadcrumb filling. So I am adding a little bit of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of butter to a saute pan. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with our onions and just a pinch of salt. I'm gonna let these cook down. I don't want too much color on them, I just want them to soften. When you cook your onions, you can check your email. Okay, so these have come up to a boil. I'm just gonna reduce it to a simmer. This is 2 cloves of garlic that we just roughly chopped. And I'm just going to cook this for about 1 minute, just until I really start to smell it. A little bit of red pepper, because I put it in everything. Okay, so I'm gonna go into this pan with some white wine. I feel like whenever you're making artichokes, you need 3 key flavors, or actually I guess 4. You need butter, garlic, white wine, and lemon. So we'll just let this cook till it reduces by half. Okay, so I have removed this from the heat, and I'm going to add in some breadcrumbs. These are just regular style breadcrumbs. You could also use Italian style if you had them. And then also some panko for some crunch, Parmesan cheese, fresh parsley, the juice of a lemon, salt, pepper. And we'll just stir this all up. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, how on earth is all of that stuffing gonna go into those 4 artichokes? But believe me, we're gonna make it happen. This is actually a great stuffing for any vegetable. You could do this in eggplants and zucchini, summer squash. What else can you stuff in the summer? Peppers, tomatoes, really anything. Or also like clams, oysters. So our artichokes have steamed. You can see that I can easily pierce them with this paring knife, so they're good to go. A little bit of Tetris, but they'll all fit in here. because we have a lot of flavor in this cooking liquid, I'm actually gonna use about half a cup and add it to the bottom of our roasting pan just to sort of prevent the artichokes from drying out too much. And I'm also gonna add a little bit more white wine. Okay, and now the best part. So I have some fresh mozzarella, and I'm just going to shove that down into the bottom of each artichoke. Now for the stuffing, you want to add as much of this as you possibly can. So you're gonna add a scoop, and then just push it down with the back of the spoon. I also like to kind of open up the leaves and get some of the stuffing throughout the artichokes. These are ready to bake. They are going to go into a 375-degree oven for about 20 minutes. These are really one of my favorite recipes. They're so comforting. They have like that buttery richness. They have like a delicious flavor from the wine and aromatics and lemon. They're a little bit spicy, and then of course they have that delicious mozzarella cheese in the middle. So you guys should definitely make this. You can get the full recipe on the Feedfeed, and I'm about to eat 2 of these.